Hi guys, my name is Emma and my channel is The Vlog Lady, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the Perfectionists. Some of you may have already seen that I watched Pretty Little Liars back in the day. I was a huge fan for a long time and I definitely wanted to watch the Perfectionists. I have only recently been able to catch up on all of the episodes currently shown, so I'm currently on episode 6 and I thought I'd do a quick video with some of my thoughts and theories so far. Okay, so first of all, is anybody actually watching this show? I know that it has had a big buzz on Twitter, but I don't get the same feeling that I had when Pretty Little Liars was on. The way that the show has been structured, I feel like the only people watching are going to be Pretty Little Liars fans. Certainly the references between Mona and Allison imply that you will have to have watched the previous show to know what's going on. They don't do it in a way that you could just infer things. They do it in a way in which you are supposed to understand exactly what they're saying. A prime example of that is Allison saying in one of the episodes, "I feel like I'm being messed with like." And I thought, like, who but Pretty Little Liars fans would understand that kind of dialogue? I watched Ravenswood, as the quality and the production values was quite low on Ravenswood. And that's the only thing that was wrong with Ravenswood in my opinion. I liked everything. I liked the acting, I liked the story, I liked the cast, and I wasn't sure what to expect from the Perfectionists. My feeling is that it's a lot like Pretty Little Liars, except it's done in a way that's not quite as good as Pretty Little Liars. It misses that human touch that I think they had on PLL. That's easier. And it doesn't focus as much on human relationships, so there is a lot of drama and plot and intrigue so far, but there is nothing that I'm really invested in terms of relationship wise. I think the most interesting thing for me is the Ali-Mona relationship, which I felt should have been developed within the PLL framework. I was always disappointed that Mona and Ali's relationship didn't go a step further. I always thought Mona should have been brought into the fray, so I'm liking the relationship they have in the Perfectionists, definitely. They are almost like a pair of detectives, and I think that you could actually take Mona and Ali and put them in any kind of drama or mystery and it would be interesting. I think that they come across as very layered, interesting characters with a lot of history and with a lot of opinions, and to me they are certainly the most interesting characters within the Perfectionists so far. It's almost like it feels like the story revolves around Mona and Ali in a way, and that the mystery is there to be solved, but at the end Mona and Ali will be the ones who fans are still invested in. So for me, I actually don't see the Perfectionists lasting long term. But I could see another direction with Mona and Ali as a crime-solving pair. I think there are good things and bad things about the show as well. Some of the things I don't like so far is that Ali has split up with Emily. I don't think they needed to do that, to be honest. My original thought was that Ali was going to be on a job and that Emily was going to be away in the military. I saw that as a credible storyline without having to split them up, and you didn't have to bring the twins into it that much. You could have had a babysitter or something like that. I guess they didn't want the twins involved in this element of the story, and they also have decided to play up Ali's mean girl qualities again. I don't think Ali has to be one thing or the other. She doesn't have to be mean girl or nice Ali. She could be both. She can have those elements that made her mean girl Ali without them compromising what she is as a nice person. So she can be tough Ali, she can be resilient Ali, she can be protective Ali, but she doesn't have to be someone who Emily says, "I'm not interested anymore because you're still that mean girl you were in high school." Still, part of you is still that girl. Mona still seems, can I say, batshit crazy? I've said it. Yeah, making another age-appropriate friend. Not. She, you know, I don't know what to make of him, this janitor guy. I think that, you know, he's approached Mona in a strange way. It's almost like, look at our beautiful minds, they're so identical. Let me be your friend. Let us have this connection together. And it's almost, I'm almost suspicious of that, because I think he's targeting Mona's weak point, which is that she needs friends, she needs support, she looks for that connection of intellect. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if the janitor guy has an ulterior motive. I think he may not be all that he seems so far. In regards to other plot points, things that I've noticed so far was Taylor's mother. Did anyone catch that she was saying, whenever she talked about Taylor, she would say when Taylor disappeared or when Taylor left, just before she said when Taylor died or killed herself. And that to me was a little bit suspicious. It was almost like she was trying to hide the fact that she knew she wasn't dead. And also, I don't know if it was just the way they shot it, but when she threw her drink to the ground, or supposedly dropped it, it looked like she threw the drink when she saw Taylor in shock. So that could have been acted. In regards to some of the other characters, like the 3 or 4 main characters that we have, I initially thought they were difficult to like. They all have one thing in common, and that's the drive to succeed. Their focus and obsessions almost makes them blind. They have like a blind spot in terms of how they relate to other people, I think, and they do anything to protect their ability to succeed. They do anything to stay on the path that they have created for themselves. So for me, Caitlin has these qualities probably more than any other of the characters. She's very confident, probably the most confident of the group, and she was the one who first mentioned, I think, killing Nolan. I initially was very suspicious of Caitlin because I thought she came across as being a little self-centered, but as the episodes have progressed, I think that it's just her personality and that she's just a very forthright girl. Ava seems the most vulnerable out of the group, and possibly the most identifiable, given that she's a YouTuber and she's, you know, trying to adhere to this standard of beauty and perfection that's expected in society right now. Okay, so Dylan. So I found it difficult to accept what Dylan has done, cheating like he did. It's a character flaw, in my opinion. Is it Andrew who his boyfriend is? He's extremely hot, that guy who plays Andrew, and I'm unsure why he's not like one of the main characters instead of a character on the periphery, because he's a very interesting actor and he's also extremely easy on the eyes. His character is also extremely nice, and obviously that was delineated to make us feel like Dylan has done something very bad, and it worked. There is something strange about Dylan and Ava's relationship, in my opinion. There was one scene particularly that, I think it was the last episode, episode 6, in which he and Ava are in the canteen, and when he's talking to Ava, I don't know if it's just the actors themselves. This could be something outside of the acting that they don't realise they're doing, but the actor who plays Dylan was looking at Ava's eyes and then down to her mouth, and he couldn't keep his eyes off her mouth, and that to me had a lot of sexual connotations. I just felt like he was looking at her in a way that he shouldn't if he was a, you know, straight gay guy. I feel like if he was nothing but a gay guy, unless it was to say like, hey girl, your lip gloss is on fleek this week. So for me there was a little suspiciousness about that relationship and where that's going to go, because they are very close, Ava and Dylan. That friendship group seems a little bit odd to me. I don't necessarily think that that would work in real life. But But in terms of the show, it's interesting to watch, I guess. Certainly I think that the conflict between the girls was understandable. So there are some other characters floating around, like Mason, but for me he's too typically a bad guy to be the bad guy. He's an obvious setup as a supposed he's an obvious setup as a supposed suspect, but he's just going to end up to be nothing. We have people like Jeremy. He's a little sus because as the English guy, so typically in American dramas they have a English guy who's the bad guy, and yes, it does have echoes of Ren, obviously, but I don't know enough about Jeremy right now to be able to say one way or the other, even though we're 6 episodes in. In fact, I'm not even sure what the mystery really is, and what's really going on. So my only predictions or theories at this point is that Ray Hagedorn, or whatever his name is actually some sort of operative, some CIA guy or private detective or something, or someone planted to gain knowledge about what's going on in the faculty. And that Taylor's and Nolan's mother knows more than she is saying, even though she's putting on this act of I'm a bereaved mom, and I'm so shocked my daughter is alive. Just going back to the Mona and Ali thing, why did they split Ali up, do you think? I mean, are they heading for another relationship for Ali? And if so, with whom? Could it be with Mona? Are they going to go there, do you think? Anyway, that's all I've got. But I am watching The Perfectionists, and I'll do videos on the rest of the series because I'm interested to see where it will go. And Mona and Ali are what keeps me watching, I think. I'm very interested to find out where they take these characters because PLL holds a special place in my heart. So thanks for watching today. You can subscribe to my channel if you like. You can also follow me on Twitter at @thevloglady, and I'll see you later. Bye!